Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time, you're watching All the Way Up Crypto. I am your host, Aaron, and I basically tell you either what's on my mind, which could be a random blabbering, who knows what's going to come out of my mouth, or I'm going to give you an update on something that's probably pretty freaking important. So I just stopped at the bank and deposited some cash. That always takes way longer than it should. Why can't I just do crypto? So much quicker. Copy, paste, send. Done. I don't even have to worry about trusting it. I just verify. You know, that's the thing about blockchain. It changes our form of mentality about trust. With everything. Think about it. It changes the way we just don't have to trust that intermediary because it's been eliminated. We just have to verify. Verify, don't trust, verify the blockchain. We should have a little ditty called Don't Trust, Just Verify. You don't have to ask why or wonder why, just verify. Oh man, so I noticed that Digibyte, I talked a little bit about this before, about Digibyte using the opcodes that Ethereum does for their smart contracts. There's a oil company, a pretty big oil company or agency that tracks and makes records and records all the stuff that goes into everything with that. And they're actually going to be using VID, Anthem VID. This is a big deal, guys. Very big deal for Digibyte. Obviously, Ethereum's been down this road for storing things on it to a certain extent. But that's a pretty big deal. I don't know if you guys heard, but Facebook is coming out with their Libra coin, and if you've been living underneath a rock, then you probably haven't heard. So I'm not going to waste any of your time telling you about it, other than I think you got to take the bad with the ugly or whatever. I think it's going to bring people into crypto, but obviously it's not going to be a true cryptocurrency because it's pegged or backed by fiat assets. So anyway, another thing you guys need to do is I posted a video covering the update. It's coming out July 15th for Komodo called Antara Framework. It's bringing smart chains to the masses. I mean, I'm telling you, this is way, way bigger. And people should be making a bigger stink about it than what's already been made. I'm going to shout it out to you now. Like, people that have created blockchains out there to do different things better than Bitcoin, or they copied the code and recreated. Now you can go and create a blockchain very easily, setting up the parameters that you want, adding in modules that you want to create your blockchain to fulfill a specific need. It can be public, it can have its own consensus algorithm, its own governance, its own distribution model. I mean, it's massive. And the other cool thing is if you lose your private key, well, you can have that money sent to another address. That is slick. Again, I can tell you, when I figure that thing out, I won't be surprised if more cryptos adopt that. So anyway, definitely check out that video. I posted it last night. It's pretty important. And then to the title of this video, Litecoin to the moon, baby. So what is a block card and Turneo, or issuing a specific Litecoin debit card, just to kind of like advertise Litecoin, I guess. And that's the thing. Like, we know, if you don't know, Litecoin's halvening's coming up in August. And that's why the price has been going up crazy. And I think this is what I'm starting to think about. Why does the price run up before the halvening and not continue going after the halvening? At least in the past, that's the way it has happened. So in the past, when Litecoin had its halving, um, the price actually dropped off about 50 days before the halving, and we're right around that mark. And it could pull back 30-40%. Who knows? It's so hard. Like back in the day when Bitcoin's halvings happened and Litecoin's halving happened, it was easier to kind of know that we didn't have the mainstream adoption coming or the institutional money coming. But that's coming up soon, before the end of the year. And I don't know, like, I really think that's going to have a huge impact on the price of these cryptos. And it's going to not maybe necessarily fall into that same trend as what it did in the past. That's an option. If it continues to go where it's going to go, we may see $500 Litecoin in a couple months. It won't take much. I mean, all we need is Bitcoin to pop up over 10,000. That's like a psychological barrier for a lot of people. But so is 6,800 or like the 6,000, 6,200 area for Bitcoin was massive. And I really thought we were going to be there like most of the summer. We just said, bye. We're going to smash through that. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're sitting here. We've been sitting in this channel now from like 7,800 to the 9,000. So roughly like $1,000 channel or so. And we've been flirting above 9,000 for a day or two. I wouldn't be surprised if we blast off up through that 10,000 psychological barrier on up to 10. I think 13.8 would be a stopping point, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I really think we need a correction, but I don't know if it'll happen or not. I mean, I hope it does, because I have some things set up based off this correction, because I think the alts are going to pump. I think we're very close to the altcoins taking off again, and Bitcoin either staying where it's at or dropping like it's hot. Who knows? Who knows? What else has been going on? Oh, Bandcore, which is a decentralized swapping / exchange / banking crypto. You definitely should check it out. They're pretty cool. I've used them before. Yeah, they're going to block US people from using their platform, because they deal mostly with a lot of ERC20 stuff. Again, thank you for so we supposedly live in the land of the free and the home of the brave. I would say there's some brave people here in the United States, but we're not as free as we should be. When we get people telling us what we can and can't do, and I really have a gut feeling that the people behind the curtain are talking to these exchanges and telling them, like, hey, listen, if you want to continue on, you're going to have to block the U.S. people. And I know it's a big part of your money, but I just hope the good guys, like Big Swear says, they're doing what they need to do, and we don't have to worry about regulations. Like, we need regulations to a certain extent to let the sheeple know that cryptos are legitimized, but we don't need it. Cryptos can self-regulate as far as I'm concerned. Because I think the bad weeds will just get pulled out by all the good coins and blockchains and stuff that are out there. So I just get aggravated a lot with the BS that comes with regulations. It's going to be harder to trade if you're living in the United States. And I don't know what there is that we can do about it. I just don't know. I mean, you can use VPNs to a certain extent to cover you, but you know, you're just going to be limited. The only exchange that hasn't really like pulled things off the table has been Coinbase. Makes you wonder. And they've been in cahoots, I think, with the IRS and the SEC now for a while. I'm pretty sure Coinbase has their in with those two, and they're probably like, well, you guys vet everything, make sure it's good, we won't bother you. And in the meantime, you guys want to keep being like the main exchange here in the United States, then what we need you to do is give us access to everyone's information so we can go get them for tax evasion. I don't know. I mean, my thoughts on taxes and crypto are pretty simple. Especially the ones that are true, like blockchain cryptocurrencies. They're a currency. They're not property, like the IRS wants to call it. Now, a token, I would say, is different. But if it's a utility token, I mean, you're going to tax me if I hold on to freaking Chuck E. Cheese tokens and there's a shortage of them and I sell them to somebody? I mean, come on. Whatever. So, anyway, I don't think I'll be doing a video Friday. I should be able to get one done tomorrow. But I'll be heading out to my brother-in-law's wedding, so I won't be with you guys on Friday. Possibly, but I doubt it. Maybe this jerk will let me over. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well. And we'll see what Litecoin does here. I think it's ready to make another move up. Like I said, it's at a place that it obviously could be making a possible pullback based off the history of the happening that happened back before. So, hang in there. And until we meet again, my friends, stay crypto till the end.